Hi guys, welcome back. Slightly different kind of mechanical challenge today. Let's sort this out. First things first, check your fuel. Now, there is fuel in this tank. Not a lot, but enough. That should have fired. I'm just going to top it up anyway. When you're topping it up, always use fresh fuel. If there's stuff in there from last year, or even from 3-4 months ago, throw it away. Tip it out, start again. Because petrol loses its volatility over time, especially if you've got ventilation holes in the cap. So what's in there is petrol flavoured water. Top it up with fresh fuel. Make sure you prime it. Now with these things you can hear it squelching. Keep on priming until it actually becomes firm. Then give it a pull and press it again. What that does is it floods the carb, makes sure that fresh fuel has come through and is ready to fire. Next thing to do, check the choke. Now with these things you want it to be on for the first couple of pulls and then turn it off. That again primes the system but then doesn't flood it. And because this has likely now flooded, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the spark plug and we'll have a look at that. Now this is a standard Briggs & Stratton engine. It's a classic XC35, this lawnmower. So I think this Briggs & Stratton engine is included on loads and loads of different models, but they all work in pretty much the same way. And you can see here the spark plug is wet, so that means the chamber's flooded. So opening it up helps. That's going to allow that to evaporate and dry out. Make sure that the grips around the edge are nice and tight so that they hold on to the cap. Make sure the cap isn't too badly corroded. And the last thing I'm going to do, because this is a bit dirty, is we're going to heat it up. I used to do this years ago with gas rings in the kitchen to get the car started in the morning. What this does is it burns off any carbon deposits. It also heats it up so it's more likely to spark anyway, like a nice warm running engine rather than going at it cold. Gets rid of any oil that's on there. So now that's nice and hot. Stick it back in. And one last recommendation, if you're trying to start your lawnmower on the grass that needs to be cut, don't. Move it onto a flat surface, because as the engine turns, the blades turn. Meaning if the blades can't turn, the engine is restricted. So we've done everything we can. Fresh fuel in, re-primed, choke is on, spark plug's nice and hot and clean, importantly. The electrical connector is nice and tight on the spark plug. This should fire up. Let's give it a go. Nice. I'm going to call that a win. Now, I'm just going to go and cut with the grass here, but one more word of advice for you before I go, and that is when you've finished cutting the grass, let it burn out. So what I mean by that is don't leave any petrol in the tank if you can avoid it, or more importantly, at the very least, don't leave any old petrol in the carb. So there you go. I hope that's been useful. If it has, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.